Okay. Hey, what up, guys? We're back with a brand new video, and today I want to finally discuss this topic I've kind of been waiting for a while, is why I quit DBD. So, for the people who still do watch me, you probably noticed that I don't play DBD as often, or I don't play it at all. And it's just because of how I feel and about the game. The game isn't in a good place right now. And honestly, I took a week break from DBD, and that's where I noticed that I wasn't enjoying the game anymore. I started complaining about the game, and it was constant. And then I took a break, and then I came back, and then I realized that I wasn't enjoying the game anymore like I was. And that's where I decided that, you know what, I'm not going to play this game anymore because it's giving me a headache, right? It's just, not anxiety, but it's just making me rage constantly. So I decided to say, you know what, I'm not even going to try to, attempt to play this game anymore, and I've dropped it. But you're probably wondering, well, why did you quit DBD, right? Why are you not going back to it? And it's just the state that's in. It's just in a very, very poor state. It's not in a good state right now. The state of DBD is shit. It feels like shit to play from both sides. So I'll start with point number one. Point number one is this. When you play as killer and you're getting completely stomped on and the survivors aren't being toxic or none of that, the game feels like shit. Like, even if no one's being toxic or anything, it feels horrible to lose in that sense. But it even feels even worse if you're getting flashlight or teabagged and stuff. And a lot of people are like, oh, why not just ignore that and stuff? And I'm over here. It's hard for that stuff not to get in your head just because of how fucking, mind-boggling this game can be. And for the survivor side, it's usually one-sided. Either you're losing or you're winning. It's usually not a good in-between. I usually get curve stomped or I curve stomp the killer. And another thing I just don't like about the game is just the fact that I always have a DC. Like, when someone's not having fun, they'll DC. And it happens like every single match. And sometimes, right, DC, and I can't even get the hatch. So what I have to do is I have to wait for the bot to die, or I die, and then the bot fucking gets, to go first. And then another reason, when you're playing Survivor and you're just getting slugged constantly, and I know it sounds like I'm complaining, right? It sounds like, but genuinely, I'm not trying to complain. I'm just kind of feeling out like what I think about this game, because honestly, I've said this on stream before, is that I want this to be my main game. I really do want this to be my main game, but this can't be my main game. I get too mad at it quickly. But when you're just, let's say you're just playing the game, right? And then you start getting slugged or just hit on hook, right? Just because you're doing good. This has happened to me so many times when I've been playing DBD. I try not to be a little toxic asshole, mainly because I don't like it. I don't like it when people do it to me, so why would I do it to other people? Treat how you want to be treated type stuff, right? But the thing that's really annoying, and I mean really, really fucking annoying, is you're just trying to play normally, you're just trying to, and the killer gets mad at you, right? Starts slugging you, teabag you, waiting for you to bleed out, and then you get more at the end, even though you didn't do anything wrong. This is just probably one of the most frustrating feelings in the entire game. And we're not even done with my little rant. The next thing is literally the slugging and tulling. This game has been out for 7 years, right? I believe. And the issue's still not fixed. Like, dude, the game has legitimately been out for so long now, right? And they have made no good fucking changes to the game. Like, dude, the game has not changed a lot. And a lot of people who are with DBD were going to say, oh no, what about, the loop changes here or the loop changes there, right? Or there's no double pallets, there's no double jungle gyms, right? And while those are great and they're absolutely amazing, right? And a lot of people like saying this, well, it's not as bad as it used to be. It doesn't matter. It still feels fucking horrible to get in these scenarios on where there's nothing you can do realistically. It feels just like complete shit. I don't like it. It's so unfun. And when I do try to have fun, I try to go a fun build, right? If I'm playing a fun build as a survivor, the killer is not going to like it, because you get into the scenario of, oh fuck, the killer feels like shit. But if you do the vice versa, right, then the survivors aren't having fun. And yes, this is probably another nitpick of mine, to be honest with you, but this game, I've known this game for 8 years. I haven't played it for the full 8 years because I couldn't afford it. But when I was watching this game, I completely fell in love with it. I would watch it like every single day. I remember going to school, coming back, and I would sit on the PC, right, my parents' PC, and I would just watch Ohm Wrecker, H2O Delirious, and all these other big names just play this game because I genuinely thought this game was the coolest thing ever. And then when I could finally afford it, oh, dude, sorry. Okay, if you guys hear me shivering and stuff, I'm sorry. I'm just really fucking cold right now. But I remember when I first purchased this game, my friend let me purchase it off his card, right? I was like, oh, dude, I'll pay you back because I didn't have one. And then I bought it, and this game was so much fun. And I remember playing it for hours and hours and hours and hours on end. But eventually, it just kind of became a chore to me. I didn't enjoy streaming it anymore. Okay, I'll be honest. I genuinely, at first, when I was playing this game, when I enjoy a game, I'll play it off stream all the time. That's how you can tell I enjoy a game. But this game became a chore for me. Instead of having fun streaming, I would just stream this game for 2 hours and then get off, get on Overwatch, even get on Paladins, and just be like, oh, get really excited to play off stream. And that's when one thing I noticed that of my experience, I'm just like, wow, I really don't like this game anymore. I don't. And it kind of made me sad, and I'm still kind of sad over it. Yes, I do know new changes are coming, like new anti-tunneling stuff. But honestly, I don't have any faith in the developers. I really don't, because they just fumble the bag in so many things. The only reason this game is still alive, right, is due to one thing. It's because of DLCs. If this game did not have DLCs, this game would fucking be not like completely like almost dead, in my opinion. Yeah, it's super unique and super fun with the looping, right? But they have messed up so many fucking things, right? And another thing when I play Killer is the W problem. Like literally just www.e.com. I'm kidding. No, but when I'm playing Killer, and I'm playing one of those killers that is anti-loop. This is one reason why I hate anti-loop killers. And it's just the fact that you have to play in such a shit strategy that it forces the survivor just to play in a such shit strategy as well. And they keep nerfing the maps as well, which in turn, what happens is it forces the survivors to press down even more. So they added a Xenomorph, anti-loop, Nemesis, anti-loop, Clown, anti-loop, right? All these fucking anti-loop killers, right? And what do they decide to do? You know what, guys? We're going to nerf the maps even more. So we incentivize pressing W even more than we already have to, right? And survivors already do it, even if the map is strong, just because the map's fucking big. There's no reason, right, that the Larry's indoor map should be that fucking big. There's no reason. Yeah, I get it, right? If you would say, oh, it's for the ambience, right? But this is no longer a horror game. It is a looping game, right? You should customize the map accordingly. And it's just, this is one thing that's just super, super annoying to me that the game has. And while yes, you could revert this game back to make everything OP, I feel like once you balance everything in a game and then you try to make it fun, or what do you call it, like quote unquote fun, but everything broken again, you can't do that because you have to slowly make everything broken, and then people are just going to leave because they're annoyed with the game. Honestly, when 2v8 first came out on this game, I was super excited. I said, oh yeah, we're going to play 2v8, I'm going to get back. And you know what 2v8 did for me? Absolutely nothing. I didn't even care about it. I got bored after the third match of playing 2v8. Like, I honestly thought like 2v8 was going to make me happy again, but it just didn't. One thing I was always begging when I was playing this game on stream every single day was adding a competitive mode and a quick play mode, like a ranked mode. Because if you add those, you can separate your casual players, right, who just want to have fun, put a build on, doesn't matter, right, what elo you are, you just get put into the match, you're done, versus the people who actually want to get better, diamond, rank, gold, whatever, right, kind of like Marvels, kind of like Overwatch, kind of like Paladins, any, those games, right? But for some reason, in these 8 years, they haven't done that. They just haven't. I don't know why, they just haven't. Another thing is the constant bugs and the ping issues. This is the only game I play that I have ping problems on the regular. Obviously, my Wi-Fi isn't the greatest, so it will go up, it will go down, right? You know what I mean? But in no other game will I consistently have 120 ping for like this match or the next match or every other match. In no other game I will have that. Overwatch, 30. highest is 60, but I usually have 28, so around there. Marvel Rivals, depends what server I get into. I usually put mine set to 3 servers, so the highest ping I'll get is like 77, which isn't bad at already, but the lower ping is like 20 something. Paladins 47, sometimes 60. But in this game, for some reason, my ping is literally always 120. And I live in a good neighborhood. I used to live in a shitty neighborhood. Well, not shitty neighborhood, but like, you know, like there weren't really good cables there or anything. Why are we still having picking issues? Why isn't there servers more? You have been having this game for over 8 years. It's a really fucking successful game, right? And yet again, you can't focus on these things, right? And you could probably think, oh, you're just nitpicking at this point. Dude, all these things eventually stack. All of these things literally eventually stack. And it's just unbelievably annoying that I still have to deal with this, right? This fucking game that I love. And it sounds like I'm complaining, and to a certain extent I am, or to an extent I am. But I love this game. This used to be like my favorite game. I remember when I first started streaming, I would hop on here, right? And even when I got off stream, I would continue to play it. I remember the Halloween event, right? It was my first ever Halloween event. I was so hyped for it. I would stay up at night. And then the next year, I just didn't care about it. And honestly, this does make me sad because I used to love the fuck out of this game, right? And it does make me sad when I can't enjoy a game that I genuinely used to love with all my heart. And I genuinely used to love making content about this game, looping this build, right? You can even check like the videos I made about this game. They're pretty high quality, but this is what happens when you just don't give a fuck about the game. You just don't. When they try to balance something, they just balance it in the worst fucking way ever. Like, the balance on this game is shit. They have band-aid fixes. We need something adjusted, or do this, and they just completely kill a perk, right? Or just kill an ability set. I remember when Skull Merchant got nerfed, right? I was happy about it. But then after the first 2 days thinking about it, I hated that she got completely fried. Because if I want to go against a killer, I don't want to go against an anti-loop bullshit killer. Do you guys want to do that or no? Imagine you're just trying to loop a killer. The whole point of your fucking game, I've said this before, right? The whole point of your fucking game is to loop, okay? For you to loop, right? It defeats the purpose of it when your character specifically counters it. Clown, Skull Merchant, it completely ruins the gameplay. Yes, you could make an argument that saying that, oh, look at Blight, he's an anti-loop killer. Well, this is the thing about Blight. 1, you have to be fucking good with them. 2, you need to learn how his mechanic works, right? And it's completely fine and acceptable, right? That's fine. But there's so many easy tweaks that they can make to killers, right? To make them feel less cancerous, all right? Literally, there's so many things that they can do. For Nurse has been always an issue. She's busted, she's broken. Even at time, if you want to win in every single game, you want to go like a 50 kill streak with Nurse, right? Like, get everybody, honestly, just run aura perks with her and you won't lose. It's that stupid. I know, it's literally that stupid. I shouldn't have to go, or I shouldn't be able to go aura perks on a killer and not even try. Where's the fun in that? At least Blight there's so many easy changes. Sorry for cutting myself off, but there's so many easy changes you can make to the game, right? That instantly just make it feel better. Nurse. I was thinking about this with Nurse, and I think this should go implement it. That for some reason, right, Nurse has a lunge. I don't think she should have a lunge, an extended lunge at that as well. You get your 2 dashes, and you don't get a lunge. Or if you keep your lunge, survivors can phase through you. If they are able to add this, right, it would just make Nurse there would be so much more counterplay to Nurse just because you're able to go inside of her, pause, and then, right? Just little tweaks like that. Next thing, Bubba. So Bubba, if you guys don't know, a long time ago, he had a chainsaw rework, which basically adds some add-ons to his base kit. And me personally, I think he needed them because I always use the 1 extra second on the charge, right, which is the yellow add-on. But for some reason, right, I don't know who was smoking meth, right, in the freaking DVD headquarters in Canada, but they decided not to only put the yellow one, but to put the purple one, and to still keep the add-ons, but just lower based. Dude, I'm not even joking. Every time I played, I literally streamed this just to show you how busted he was, right? I played Bubba, right? No good add-ons, right? Only just the replenish add-ons, that's it, which are at best okay. They're good-ish, but they're not amazing, right? They're not like the speed chainsaw where you get more speed, reduce, the time, increase the time for the wind-up. And I literally went back for back. You can even go. I went back for back, just killing people constant. Loops I should have not been able to out loop. Boom. You know? Like, how is that fun? How is it fun, right? I'm able to easily get a survivor, right? Who's clearly better than me, right? Just because the character's just fucking dumb broken. Like, that doesn't make sense at all. It just doesn't, It doesn't make sense. Like, yeah, that's not balance. It's not. It feels like shit. And then they want to buff Hag. So Hag gets buffed, all right? Like every other patch, Hag legitimately gets buffed. And it's some of the most annoying shit ever. She gets buffed, and I don't know why they keep buffing her, even though she is an amazing killer already. She is the best camper for basement, even better than Trapper. But for some reason, they just keep buffing her. What, do people not play her? It's because the reason people don't play her is because she's boring. Okay, straight, simple like that. She's boring. Why would you want to play her? She's boring. Even Trapper's more fun. Buffing a killer is not going to make people want to play them more. She isn't weak. That's not the problem. The reason she's underperforming, quote unquote, is because no one plays her. And that's the reality of it. No one plays her. Just because she's fucking boring, dude. And you could say, oh, go the fun route and, get more fun killers. And yeah, that could work, right? But this game is kind of set to fun, but more balanced. And it just feels horrible when something's broken, either from the survivor side or killer side. Like the new killer, I saw that one, the ghoul or something, whatever the fuck his name was, right? He has this one perk on where you hit someone, it reduces their speed by 5%. And people are saying this is busted, this is going to get nerfed, right? Honestly, this just needs to be base kit. Because the amount of key warriors that I get when I play this game is absolutely fucking nuts. Because they're not going to fix the maps. They're too lazy. Okay, we've already known this. They are too incompetent to fix the maps. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Did you see the Garden of Joy? It's the Garden of Cancer still. The Garden of Joy still feels like shit to play on if you're a killer. It does. Unless you're an anti-loop killer or a really good killer like Nurse, right? You are going to struggle playing on that map. You are. It's just, this game is like, literally, those are just my frustrations. I'm just frustrated at that. And the reason I'm just so frustrated is because I love this game. I do. I love this game. I love to play. I love the idea of the perk system, right? I could play Ada and Jill and then Sheva, and I could play with my fans. But honestly, eventually it comes to a point down on where it's just too much bullshit to deal with. If there's too many toxic people, right? And I'm just saying, every game is toxic, right? But when it's happening repeatedly, constantly, the game isn't fun anymore. It's just not. There's just too much bullshit that can fucking arise, right? In situations that sometimes you can't even control. Like, legitimately, you can go on my stream, right? And you'll see that I'll get back-to-back teammates who don't do anything. And you know why they don't do anything? Because we don't have a ranked mode. That's why. If we had a rank mode, it would alleviate some of the issues that I have with the game. Obviously, not everything, right? Every single game has its own issues, but it would alleviate some of the issues I have with the game. But no, literally, it's all down to quick play, because this is basically a quick fucking play game. That's it. Sometimes I'll get killers who are absolutely cracked. They're freaking streamers, 20,000 hours. And then other times I'll get killers, right? I have 4,000 hours in DVD. I'll get killers who have 500 hours in the game. It is just, why? It doesn't make any sense that we should be having this issue. But what do you guys think about it? Am I overreacting, or, have you guys quit as well? What are you guys thinking? Me personally, I was just fed up with the state of the game. And you could say it's better than what it used to be. Honestly, I don't care. It still feels like shit. Yeah, that's about it. Take care. Much love. And I'll catch you in the next video. And that's about it.